I'm having a pretty rough day today. I spent hours finding 27 blue diamonds for this one guy, and all he gave me was $5. So naturally I take him out, try and get the diamonds back, but they weren't anywhere on his body. I just gave them to him. My dad needs knee surgery. $5 won't cover that. Hasbro has confirmed they still want to make another Baldur's Gate, and Larian Studios has teased the projects they left the D&D franchise for. That's right, Mom and Dad may have gotten divorced, but we're getting 2 Christmases. Eugene Evans, Senior VP of Digital Strategy and Licensing for Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast, told PC Gamer that Hasbro is talking to lots of potential developers about the future of Baldur's Gate, taking their time to find the right partner, the right approach, the right product to represent that future. It makes sense Hasbro would want to follow up Baldur's Gate 3 in some way. The title won every major Game of the Year award. That's like the EGOT for video games. Larian Studios is also looking to follow up on Baldur's Gate 3's success. They're now allegedly working on 2 projects based on their own IP. We've gotten some hints about this from CEO Sven Vinke. He implied to IGN that the studio's next game would be in the same universe of the Divinity games. The second game could be the very big RPG that will dwarf them all that Vinke told GameSpot about, since he stated that won't be their next game, rather their next game will be a step toward the big RPG. Whatever Larian's current projects are, Vinke said in a community update that it will be Larian's best work yet, if they can pull it off. I believe in them. If you can make the internet fall in love with a reptilian alien suffering from a moderate case of Voldemort nose, you can do anything. Overwatch 2 players are suffering from excessively long ranked match queues. The game added a feature called wide groups that allows players to play ranked matches with friends that have different ranks. Blizzard themselves said that these matches would result in longer queue times since wide groups can only play against other wide groups. And boy, were they right. Overwatch 2 players have tweeted images of themselves completing matches in other competitive games like Fortnite and Dead by Daylight while waiting in a wide group queue. To be fair to Blizzard, they have a lot on their plate right now. Their upcoming expansion for World of Warcraft, called The War Within, is the first in a trilogy of connected expansions referred to as the World Soul Saga. Because they are supposed to tell a connected storyline, the other 2 expansions are also already in development. Apparently, they're so busy that when WoW Vice President Holly Longdale was asked about the company's long-held dream of bringing the MMO to console, Longdale said, "There's honestly no room for that conversation yet." Even the team working on The War Within seems to be stretched thin. Since the entire expansion revolves around fighting an underground empire of spider people, the WoW team decided to add an arachnophobia mode that turns every single spider in the game into a crab. A single quest designer was assigned to look at every spider that spawned in the game to choose an appropriate crab replacement. I mean, that's not that impressive. Nature has found an appropriate crab replacement for at least 5 different groups of non-crabs. That's a carcinization reference. This has been Fun Facts with Jacob. Nintendo had an Indie World showcase yesterday, where they announced some new and interesting games. There's Refined Self, the personality test game previously released on Steam and iOS. You play as an android who begins the game standing over the grave of your creator. You know, lighthearted stuff. When you finish the game, you're assigned a personality type based on your choices. Think of it like astrology for depressed gamers. There was another adventure game starring an android called Europa, where you explore beautiful landscapes, and also, all humans are dead except for one. On the bright side, you have a jetpack. Yars Rising was announced, the apparent sequel to Yars Revenge, an Atari 2600 game from 42 years ago. The sequel is a Metroidvania where you play a cute anime girl in a cyberpunk world. This is slightly different from the original game, where you appear to play as a pixelated bug that lives near the visual representation of a seizure. Personally, I'm excited for SteamWorld Heist 2, the sequel to a steampunk strategy RPG where you play as a crew of robot pirates. And if that combination of buzzwords doesn't interest you, I don't know what will. Maybe you'll be intrigued by our sponsor, Magic Spoon, the healthy yet delicious snack that'll give you that boost you need for your early morning gaming sessions. And by early morning, we mean those, "Oh, it's 7 a.m. and I haven't slept yet" mornings. Magic Spoon doesn't judge, it's just cereal. Except It's not just cereal. Magic Spoon's keto-friendly cereals have 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 to 5 net grams of carbs per serving. Start your day, end it, or keep it going with a winning play. Check out the link below and use code Linus for $5 off a Magic Spoon variety box. In honor of the Quick Bits, I'm gonna blow your mind. Check this out. Pants. Rockstar Games and 2K's parent company, Take-Two Interactive, says it's laying off about 5% of its total workforce and axing a number of projects as part of a cost-cutting initiative it declared in February, even though game industry layoffs are so last year. Let's crunch Take-Two's numbers here. 579 employees are being let go, costing the company $200 million. But that could save the company $165 million per year. Weeks after Take-Two agreed to purchase Borderlands developer Gearbox from notorious game studio hoarding company Embracer Group for $460 million. Take-Two calls all this rationalizing its pipeline, and I have to agree. When you put it that way, it makes total sense. PC gamers are being gifted another former PlayStation exclusive next month, and now we know what kind of rig you'll need to receive it. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is apparently decently optimized, only requiring an RTX 2060 or RX 5600 XT to play on medium settings. But if that doesn't wax your wakizashi, which is a samurai short sword, the game also comes with a new PlayStation overlay that lets you access your PS account, friends list, and even earn trophies. It's official. PCs are now both Xboxes and PlayStations, and Xboxes and PlayStations are now 1961 Volkswagen Beetles. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Paradox Interactive has released an official apology for the current state of Cities Skylines 2, as well as a refund for any player that bought its DLC Beach Properties, which they now acknowledge was released in an unacceptable state due to an unrealistic development timeline. It's an admission so straightforward that it's actually kind of disorienting. Beach Properties will continue to exist as free downloadable content for all players, and future paid DLC has been delayed until 2025 to allow developer Colossal Order to focus on performance issues with the base game. It only took what, like 6 months? That's actually more responsive than an actual city government. The CEO of Palworld developer Pocket Bear is proud that other studios are trying to rip off his game. After reports came out that 2 of Tencent's best studios were making mobile games in the style of Palworld, Takuro Mizobe tweeted that we live in amazing times. Now, some news outlets thought this was sarcastic, so Mizobe went back to Twitter to clarify that he's happy to be ripped off because the industry historically innovates when we borrow ideas from the games we love. Yeah, that's how we got Pokemon Slavery Simulator 2024. And an upcoming animated TV series is based on a video game, which is itself based on a movie. For some background, a fictitious game named Super Dragon Punch Force 2 plays a significant role in the action thriller movie Boy Kills World. Before that movie even premiered at a festival last year, game studio Talent Digital Art announced Super Dragon Punch Force 3, a real sequel to a fake game. And now, a TV series based on that game has been announced before the game even enters open beta and before Boy Kills World's same-day theatrical release. So it's a TV series based on a game no one has played that's based on a movie almost no one has seen. I mean, the whole thing sounds like a film. Well, I imagine they'll be announcing soon. And I'm going to announce that there will be more tech news this Monday. You should come see it, otherwise I get lonely.